Hello, everyone, and welcome to the LifeVantage Opportunity Overview. We are Dr. Dondee and Marci Nettles. We are your presenters today, and we've got some wonderful information to share with you about a strategy to activate your own cells for your own protection and health and wellness. True story. And we're going to talk to you about a home-based business opportunity for you to create your own economy so you don't have to leave your home to help someone else create theirs.
Perfect timing for that.
It is perfect timing. But before we get into that, let us share with you a little bit about how we became your presenters and what this means to us. About 11 years ago, I was at a crossroads of my life. I was a family wellness chiropractor for almost 20 years, and I was an AM talk radio host, helping lots and lots of people. We had the fourth largest chiropractic practice in the state of Arizona, seeing between 350 and 500 patients a week. And I had an AM talk radio show every Saturday from noon to 1. Basically, my bottom line was to help people be empowered and take responsibility for their own health. And it was wonderful. It was received very well. And then parenthood came into my life, and my priorities completely changed overnight like that. My son, I had to leave my son to go see my patients. And for 3 years, it was difficult. And then my daughter was born, and I was faced with the same decision, but 80 to 90 hours a week was spent outside my home, not being daddy, being doctor and being radio show host. And that was no longer personally fulfilling for me anymore. Professionally, yes. Personally, no. And then I saw the information that we're going to share with you. And it allowed me to stay in my vein of influence, in my superpower, if you will, by helping people become self-sufficient with their health. But it gave me another element to help them be self-sufficient with their finances too, and do it from home. And for the last 10 years, after I sold my practice and canceled my radio show, I've been a full-time father and an international business entrepreneur, helping tens of thousands of people every single day, not just a few hundred a week and only in my town, but all over the world. And in that business pursuit, I met the most amazing human being I've ever met. My beautiful wife, Marci. We blended our businesses, we blended our families, and now the two of us are helping people in 21 countries around the world every single day while being not only stay-at-home parents, but now we're stay-at-home grandparents and loving every minute of it.
Yeah, you know what? It's so cool because you think about something that Dondee just said there, 21 countries, but it all started with one person that wanted more or better in his life. Dondee wanted more time with people he loves and cares about the very most. Well, for me, I think back to when LifeVantage came into my life, and I count my blessings. I had actually been a police officer for almost 10 years. I loved it. And I felt like I was serving the community and I was making good money. But in August of 2009, I was in a car accident on duty that ended my career that fast. I was left with a brain injury, several herniated discs that required spine surgery, and I was no longer able to be a police officer, which meant I went through a lot of loss. First of all, my mind was not working. My body was in a lot of pain, and I was completely out of control financially. I couldn't pay my bills. On top of that, I felt like I lost the purpose for me being here. I went through a divorce of a marriage that was already struggling, and we lost a house. And on top of everything, oh my gosh, my kids were teenagers at that time, and mom was never present for them. And so I got really depressed, and I ended up on more prescription medication that said may cause suicidal tendencies on the warning label. And I ended up having 4 suicide attempts before very dear friends of mine were introduced to this information we're going to share with you today, and they thought of me. And I am so, so thankful that they did, because when I saw it, I had hope for the first time in 18 months since my accident that I could get my mind and my body working at a higher level, that I could take control and be able to pay my bills again. And on top of that, I saw that there could be a greater purpose for me being here. And so I said, yes, I jumped in with both feet and started using these amazing products that gave me fantastic results quickly. And that got me even more excited to share this information with everyone I came in contact with. And then you come into the part of the story where Dondee shared with you. We met, we blended our families and our businesses, and now we're looking for people just like us. People that are looking for time with those people they love and care about. They're looking for taking control of their health or their finances, or maybe you're looking for a greater purpose for being here. Well, guys, if any of that resonates with you, you are absolutely in the right place at the right time to see this information about an amazing company that gives you the right opportunity called LifeVantage.
But before we get into the details of the presentation, we need to share this with you and just be completely transparent. Results may vary. It's not the first time you've heard that. In this situation, you will get out of it what you put into it. We will do our part and we'll show you what's possible. We'll even give you specific examples. But if you want what you see, you have to do your part and you have to follow along with the system, which we'll share with you.
Yeah, but it's exciting because we actually get to share information with people about this whole new technology, this whole way of living, to where you can actually flip switches inside of your body and feel better and do more every single day. Because it's a fact, we're being hijacked by the food and the water that we consume. Or how about the environmental pollutions, household cleaners and beauty products? And then there's personal stressors like relationships and being overworked. And then technology, even this that you're watching us on right now, is creating overstimulation by EMFs and blue lights. And it actually changes the way your mind and your body and even your moods happen.
It does.
It does. Did you know that 85,000 chemicals have been introduced since the Industrial Revolution? And no matter how hard you try or what you do, you really cannot eliminate these from your daily life. And it's all of these things that are dimming the lights inside of you. What does this feel like? Maybe you're getting sick more frequently because you have a decreased immune system, or brain fog, you're forgetting things. Then there's sluggishness, you're just tired all the time, or bad moods, lack of motivation, and increased stress. And then there's good old fatigue. Have you caught yourself checking your watch at all over the past week, looking for that extra 15 minutes for a power nap? Well, if any of this sounds familiar, you are definitely not alone, because what's really happening inside of our bodies when the light is dimming is called oxidative stress, mitochondrial decline, or a decline in sirtuin activity, and so much more. You're like, oh my gosh, Marci, I have no idea what those first three things are. And you say that there's more? Well, never fear. That's exactly why you're here today, so that we can share information on these things, because science has already discovered that our genes contain incredible abilities to keep our bodies healthy. So if you could leverage those genes with a flip of a switch, would you do it? $1 million question.
Because all roads to health lead to your genes, and they know things like oxidative stress. Now, you may not be familiar with it, but you've seen the process. You've bit out of an apple and it'll look like that. You set it down, came back a while later, and it'll look like that. It turned brown. That's the oxygen in the air causing stress to the flesh of the apple. Well, guess what? Every time you take a breath, the same thing happens inside your cells, with one exception. Your cells have genes, and your genes fight back. They produce enzymes called oxidative stress reducing antioxidant enzymes. They're pretty powerful because your genes are that way. We isolated the pathway responsible. It's called the NRF2 pathway. The 5 natural ingredients of Protandim NRF2 synergizer flip the switch inside your cells, more importantly, inside your genes, so that your genes produce antioxidant enzymes, and in doing so, lower your oxidative stress by an average of 40% in 30 days. So the bottom line is you take Protandim NRF2 synergizer, flip the switch inside your genes, produce the antioxidant enzymes, and literally reverse the age-related effect of oxidative stress, even though you keep breathing, because holding your breath is not an option, but your genes are powerful. So how powerful? Scientists are starting to ask this question. And this is what a team of scientists at Washington State University asked and discovered about this NRF2 pathway. They said this: NRF2 is likely to be the most important health promoting approach in the foreseeable future. NRF2 may become the most extraordinary breakthrough in the history of health, and your genes have had it all the time. So what you're seeing here is the graph of the production of these antioxidant enzymes by your genes. From the moment you're born, you start to grow. When you get to your late 20s, you start to age. And then every decade thereafter, your production of these enzymes gets less and less and less. Well, that was until this pathway inside your genes was discovered on how to flip the switch, activating it. Now, after taking Protandim NRF2 Synergizer, flipping that switch, you now have the ability to produce those enzymes the way you did when you were a child, no matter how old you are. That's how powerful your genes are, but don't take my word for it. Please go to pubmed.gov, the National Library of Medicine, where you will see universities like Harvard doing their own research on this finished product, not ingredients, finished product. And then they publish those results in the journals like the Journal of Free Radical Biology and Medicine, just to name one university, one study. Look at the lists there and you'll see all the others. In fact, this has never happened before. This is how powerful your body is, and science is discovering it and proving it. So now these switches, people are asking questions. Are there more inside our cells? Can we do something about it? I'm going to share with you two additional switches that you can. The sirtuin switch and the mitochondria switch. You may not be familiar with them, but let me explain, starting with mitochondria. Mitochondrial decline is what it's like when you get a good idea. It's like, hey, let's go for a run. And your body objects, says, nope, not today. You have nothing left in the tank. Good idea, but it was gone as quickly as it came. That's because your batteries were drained. Not literally, but inside your cells, and they're there. The genes influence them. So it's this pathway directly, this NRF1 pathway, and the 5 natural ingredients of Protandim NRF1 Synergizer literally flip this switch inside your genes, and the specific gene, NRF1. It increases it by 70%. Now, why is that important to you? Because NRF1 makes mitochondria. Mitochondria are the factories that make the energy that your cells need to do their job. So, Protandim NRF1 Synergizer, you take it into your body, fortifying those genes, turning them on so that NRF1 is produced, making more mitochondria and recharging the batteries within your cells so they have the energy to do what you need them to do when you need them to do it. Now, when they do it, and they do, your body cells and your genes always respond. When they burn that energy, the energy leaves residue behind, kind of like when your car burns gas. It's like this cellular equivalent of exhaust. If nothing cleans it up, it backs up and literally gets gunked up inside your cells. Well, that means your cells don't work right. And when your cells don't work right, you don't work right. We have a solution to that too. In other words, your genes know the remedy, and it's called sirtuin activity through NAD pathway. So the 4 natural ingredients of Protandim NAD Synergizer flip the switch inside your cells, producing the genes and allowing the genes to make more of NAD. How much more? 100% more in just the first 24 hours. This is pretty powerful. So what does it look like for you? What's your experience? Sirtuin activity goes up 100% in 24 hours, cleaning up all the debris inside your cells from burning the energy that your cells needed to do the job. And now the cell inner workings start working right, your cells start working right, you start working right. That's called back to basics genetic health recovery. We just call it Protandim NAD Synergizer. Well, now let me paint the whole picture for you. Protandim NAD Synergizer cleans up the environment inside the cells caused by burning the fuel of the recharge batteries that we gave you because of the NRF1 pathway. And then we also put it in the environment of reduced oxidative stress thanks to the NRF2 pathway. All 3 of those things together at the same time, we call it do-it-yourself wellness, but we actually specifically call it the Protandim Tri-Synergizer. Well, look at the gray bar graphs that you see. NAD on the right, NRF1 in the middle, and NRF2 on the left. That's what happens when that one product, just the one product, is taken by itself, the amazing things that happen inside your cells. But now look closer at the blue bar graphs. That's what happens inside all of those genes when you take all 3 of the products at the same time. Look at the dramatic increase in cellular activity, more importantly, health returning to your cells. It's called Protandim Tri-Synergizer. So here's the question to all of you. Are you ready to flip the switch? Are you ready to start having a positive mood and motivation and start talking about healthy longevity again? And having mental focus and concentration while you're simultaneously boosting your mental and physical energy and having a normal inflammatory response? Oh, we'll just throw on top of it also normal cardiovascular function. How would that be?
It's kind of a big
That's
deal.
called wellness. It is a big deal. And it's more important that it happens now. That's the power of your cells. Well, it's Pro Tandem Tri-Synergizer. It comes with free shipping, a no questions asked 30-day money back guarantee for less than the price of a latte per day. So here's the question to all of you. How important is your health and how much are you willing to invest in it every day? Well, this is the beginning. This is literally the tip of the iceberg. Here's our product offering. We have the Vitality Stack, which comes with the Pro Tandem NRF1 and NRF2 synergizers, Pro Bio, and Omega Plus. I'll talk to you about how amazing those products are here in a second. The Vitality Stack, an amazing approach to wellness. Then we move to our Axio, liquid brain food, because of the powder that's in those packets. Take one of those packets, tear it open, pour it in a bottle of water, shake it up, chug it down, and you just gave your brain rocket fuel to focus on things like concentration, attention span. How about mood, memory, motivation for you multitaskers? How important, how valuable is that? Priceless brain power called Axio. Comes in amazing flavors in both caffeinated and decaffeinated for kids who could enjoy better focus and concentration. We also have ProBio. ProBio is the most amazing probiotic on the market for two reasons, and they're both scientific. The first one, the shape. It's small and it's round. So it gets through the digestive system much, much quicker, down into the large intestine where your microbiome needs the bacteria in this probiotic. But how do we ensure that? Well, that's the second discovery, a coating on those small round objects. The coating is called BioTract, so that it's not neutralized in your stomach the way 94% of all other probiotics are, leaving only 6% of the bacteria to get down into your intestines. Well, ours, 10 times more at 60%. So your microbiome is optimized. ProBio, amazing. Then we move on to Omega Plus, free fatty acid, starting from the most pristine oceans in the world, harvesting the most pristine fish from those oceans. And before you freak out about fish oil, I get it. It comes with fish oil burps, not this one. No neighbors are going to be offended. You're not going to taste your entire fish oil experience all day long. No, we infuse essential oil of lemon, and we started with pristine oil in the beginning, so you don't have that fishy flavor. You're welcome. But it's the most amazing cardiovascular and brain powering free fatty acid on the market. Then we move to physique weight management. Now, we know weight management is really, really amazing when you can keep it off. Most of them diets are you lose weight, you gain it back. Not here, because we focus on SMART. That's why it's spelled with an IQ. Physique, smart weight management. We start with an 18 gram per serving, delicious vanilla whey protein powder. We add to that a prebiotic, yes, prebiotic, blood orange flavored delicious prebiotic for your probiotic. So it gives your probiotic something to eat so they're not competing with you eating your lunch that you're trying to eat. And then we add to that fat burn, green coffee citrus-based fat burn that targets your visceral fat to keep you svelte and looking amazing. Then we move on to our True Science. It's literally True Science, 2 lines, a 4-part skincare line so that your face and everywhere you put this amazingness looks youthful and energetic the way it's supposed to, down to the DNA level. And then our 3-part hair care line that starts with scalp health, because only out of a healthy scalp can you grow beautiful, luscious hair. That's why we have a shampoo and conditioner to keep it that way too. True Science, focusing on the DNA of your skin. And then Pet Tandem for dogs. You know that 7-to-1 dog year, human year ratio thing? You ever wonder where it comes from? It's oxidative stress. Dogs simply have 7 times more than we do. So we take this amazing discovery of Pet Tandem and we add some things for your dog so that when you take your dog to the dog park and your aging dog is running circles around all the younger dogs, you'll be the most popular person with all the questions. What are you doing with your dog? It's called Pet Tandem because your dog's health is important too.
It really is. And by the way, guys, as we're going through all these different products here, I keep having all these faces come to mind of the stories that they're having of activating their wellness. And I have to tell you, these types of stories are so much better when you get to share them with other people. And when you're incentivized by making an income stream to share those stories, it makes it even better. So we want to share a little bit more about the story of this amazing company that gives us this opportunity to share the stories of the products perfect, right? So LifeVantage is actually coming up on its 12th birthday that we've been in network marketing, giving people the opportunity to create online supplemental income from home with these amazing products. We're headquartered in Utah and publicly traded on the NASDAQ. Our ticker is LFVN. What that means for you is transparency. It means that you can go and check out everything that we're sharing with you and see that the information is absolutely true. And this is a 100% real opportunity for you. We've been debt-free since March of last year, and we're governed by a board of former executives from companies like Coca-Cola, Airbnb, Amazon, SC Johnson, and so many more. So this amazing company that's bringing these amazing products wanted to make sure that we were positioned in exactly the right place with the trends and the timing. So when people want them, never before have people been as concerned as they are right now in taking ownership and improving their wellness. As a matter of fact, you can prove that by tracking the money that they're spending and where they're spending it. Just in the past 8 years, wellness product sales have increased by 60+%. On the right-hand side here, this graph is actually from 2019, done by the Direct Selling Association when they tracked the dollars being spent, and this is where the money was going. As you can see, wellness is above all of the other categories by quite a bit, and the trajectory is just going up, up, and up, right? Exactly the way you want your business to go. So there's 6 different categories within the wellness arena that our products fall. They are the anti-aging, skincare, hair care, pet care, energy market, and the weight loss arenas. So I can almost guarantee that you're already spending money in at least one, if not all 6 of these different areas, because there's over $600 billion that's being spent every single year by people purchasing products here. So what we're doing is we're giving you the opportunity to purchase products that activate you, that are cleaner and greener, and products that you can't find anywhere else in the world. Amazing opportunity. So with education, people change their minds. As a matter of fact, just back in 2017, people were spending more money on cosmetics than they were on wellness-based products. But in just one short year of experience, they changed that up to where wellness products is now 32.6% of all dollars being spent, and cosmetics only 25.6%. So as you can see, we have found the perfect model where you can create an online supplemental income and work from home or anywhere that you have Wi-Fi or cell service. You have a virtual office and have very minimal business assets needed and no inventory requirements, with a super low cost to get started, and you get to utilize social sharing. You have a personal online store. You'll be an e-commerce business. You'll be able to track your bonuses daily and have all kinds of opportunities for travel, whether it's earning incentive trips or promotional trips for growing your business to a certain level, or how about the opportunity to travel, to go and support other people that catch the vision and want to change and better their lives as well. You get to be a support system for them.
Now, because publicly traded is very important, we want to share the numbers with you. What you're looking at now is called the annual income disclosure statement. And I'm going to focus on the 2 gray columns that you see. The first, the average monthly commissions, and the second, all the way to the right, the time it takes to get there. And I'm going to give you 3 examples. First, our Pro 3 rank, where in 8 months on average, the brand new person who's never done this before, working part-time from home, can generate an income of over $600 per month.
Yeah.
What could that do for your family or a family that you know that may be struggling right now? Or how about this example? Our Premier Pro 5, where in 16 months on average, less than a year and a half, the average person working part-time from home can generate an income of over $3,000 per month. That's like getting a $37,000 to $38,000 a year raise in the next year and a half working part-time from home. What could that do? Now, how about this example? Our Elite Pro 7 rank, where in 30 months on average, less than 3 years. How fast did this last 3 years go? In less than 3 years, the average person working part-time from home can generate an income of over $13,000 per month.
Wow.
That's like a doctor, attorney, CEO type income without the college degree necessary and the student loan debts that typically come with that. So look at that first gray column and find a number that making that number per month would just let you relax and not have to worry about financial stress. Then look to the right and see how long it takes. We can show you what to do from there. You just have to make the decision to follow the system and decide you deserve better.
Yeah, I absolutely love that this is an even playing field. We have eliminated all of the barriers for people, including the cost to get started. As a matter of fact, we all get started at the same spot with a $50 starter pack. And then we choose which enrollment product package works best for us. There's the silver pack, gold pack, and the platinum packages. The difference in the packages really is the amount of products that you receive to get started on yourself, as well as the savings that you get off of those products. It's a one-time opportunity. Now, with the gold pack and the platinum pack, you also get a all-access event ticket to the next corporate training, which is vital for your success in growing yourself and becoming a professional in network marketing. But whichever package you decide to get started on, the most important thing is that you just decide to get started. For Dondee and I, when we first got started, we knew that we wanted to be able to utilize all of the products that were available so we could build our own personal story and have products that we could sample out to others and get those closest to us started on products as well. So we chose the largest package. But again, the most important decision that you can make is just getting started. Yes. Now, most people end up with this final question, and that is, can I actually do this thing, right? Well, we both had the same question because we had never done it before either. And what we want you to know from our experience is that you can be as successful as you want in doing this, as long as you make the decision to be successful, to do what it takes to get to that level that you want, and being willing to be coachable and be part of a team. And then there's this amazing mentorship program that you also will get to participate in. And then the rest is all provided by the company. As a matter of fact, you'll have global customer and distributor support with an easy to follow system. We call it ITT. It's where you find out if someone was willing to take a look at a tool and then introduce them to a team member to get their questions answered. We have regular team meetings and trainings, all focused on skill set, mindset, and how to be a great leader. And we also have corporate trainings and events to help supplement that path. We have incentives and perks, whether it's travel or cash promos, to help get you excited in building your business. And then you'll always have the opportunity for private support communities as well, whether it is one-on-one or group Zoom accountability sessions, or how about having the direct cell phone numbers of those people that have a vested interest in your success. And then we also have Facebook groups that you can plug into. So now let's just talk a little bit more about what's happened with LifeVantage just since January of 2019.
Like our corporate headquarters being voted one of the best places to work for 4 consecutive years.
Wow. We continued expanding in Europe when we opened in Ireland.
And then Erin Brockovich joined our board of directors. If you're not familiar with this amazing woman, go look at the movie called Erin Brockovich, where Julia Roberts played her in the 2000 movie. It's unbelievable.
And then our True Science Hair Care System was awarded a Silver Stevie Award for Best New Product. And in just the past 6 months, we've actually been awarded 7 more Stevie Awards. If you don't know what they are, you should go and check them out. It's pretty cool.
Awards are important, like the Russell 3000 Index. We were nominated to that for the 2nd time for our stock.
And we continued adding to the family when we opened in New Zealand.
Oh my gosh. And then opening, how about opening a year? Like last year, the way it started, if only it could have just stayed that way. Last year, we started the year with 2 wonderful announcements. The first one, our 2nd consecutive explosive quarter of growth. And the second was just free shipping. How about free shipping everywhere we ship product around the world?
So amazing. Plus, we were invited and we rang the closing bell for Wellness Week on the NASDAQ floor. It was so exciting. This is actually exactly what it looked like in Times Square, all colored up in Protandem blue.
Now we know marketing is critically important for the success of a business, which is why our company chose sports marketing. Did you realize more people watch the Super Bowl for the commercials than they do the game? That's because sports marketing is powerful. So we picked soccer. the most popular sport in the world. Look at that jersey. Every game, every highlight, free global advertising for your business.
I love that you said global, because that's what you are getting started in, is an international business. We're actually open in all of these different countries for distributors or for biohacking customers. Plus, we're open in mainland China for customers. Singapore just opened, distributors and customers, and Malaysia is getting products shipped directly to customers' doorsteps.
This is LifeVantage Legacy. It's our charitable arm. It's the heartbeat of our company. Every time we meet as a company, some organization, some needy group of people gets blessed with our time, our money, and our resources, because we can, because we care. LifeVantage Legacy.
Yeah, this is definitely a heartful company. So now we want to ask you, how does your heart feel? Where are you at in joining us here at LifeVantage? Are you ready to become a customer or distributors like Dondee and I are? Or maybe you still have some questions. Just let the person know that invited you here today what you need to see or hear to be able to make the right choice for you. If you're ready to become a customer, please make sure that you ask for your personalized shopping cart and get checked out today. And if you have made the decision that you're ready to join the team, we are super excited to be the first ones to say congratulations on making a phenomenal decision and taking ownership of your own personal economy and your family's future. We look forward to meeting you at a future event.
Yes. And if you haven't made a decision, let me just ask you this. Has this last year told you and taught you that a lot of the certainties that we thought are certain are not really that certain? Let me just ask you this. If 3 years from today, we were having this conversation and you were looking back on your 3 years and about your decisions, specifically your decisions and your experiences personally and professionally, what needs to happen for you to be happy with your progress? And let me just close with this. What are you willing to do to achieve it? And when will you get started? Let us incentivize you and help you make the decision to get started today so that your tomorrow and every day looking after is more predictably successful from a health perspective and a financial perspective, because you and your family deserve it. We know your time is valuable. Thanks for spending it with us. Be safe and God bless.